All right, good day, good people. Today I wanted to give a quick update on the Veritasem token and the Veritasem platform. It's official. The first lawsuit has been announced as it relates to the infringement on Veritasem's patent. So we're going to talk about that. COINBASE apparently will be the first target or the first lawsuit for infringement on a patent. So we have this article here, so let's go through it real quick. COINBASE sued for patent infringement over crypto transfer technology. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase Global Inc. is facing a patent lawsuit related to its digital trading technology, brought by a crypto company whose digital token offering led to a settlement with the U.S. securities regulators in 2019. The lawsuit filed Thursday by Veritasem Capital LLC in Delaware federal court claims Coinbase infringed a patent awarded to Veritasem founder Reggie Middleton by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office last December. Veritasem Capital accused several Coinbase services, including its blockchain infrastructure for validating transactions, of infringing the patent. It asked the court for at least $350 million in damages. Coinbase is one of the world's largest platforms for trading cryptocurrency, did not immediately respond to the request for a comment on Friday. Veritasem formally issued the VERI token in 2019, and two of his Veritasem entities paid the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission more than $9.4 million, including a $1 million penalty against Middleton himself, to settle charges of a fraudulent scheme to sell the token in 2017 and 2018. The SEC has accused them of misleading investors about demand for the tokens and manipulating the price, among other things. They agreed to the settlement without denying or admitting the underlying charges. Middleton and Veritasem argued to a Brooklyn federal court earlier in 2019 that they did not make any fraudulent statements, that the tokens were not securities, and that the trading at its issue was actually an effort by Mr. Middleton to test out the new online cryptocurrency exchange. All right, so pretty much that in a nutshell is Veritasem initiated a lawsuit against Coinbase for $350 million. I actually heard about this from Reggie himself because I actually had an opportunity to speak with him and meet him at the blockchain conference. And yeah, he announced this, and I wanted to bring this out. So if you haven't been following this story, I want to do a quick recap on Veritasem and the patent and everything else. All right, but first let's check this out here. This is the actual patent number for those who want to research that. And USDC is US dollar coin, which is actually Coinbase's stable coin. If you don't know what a stable coin is, it's a coin that maintains the value of the US dollar. So just a quick diagram that shows you how USD and Coinbase is potentially infringing on this patent. All right, now let's go back to, because the article referred about the SEC bringing charges against Middleton and saying he was fraudulent and the scheme and the whole nine. So I have the official Securities and Exchange Commission's letter, immediate release, that was put out against Reggie. So we're going to go through the official Securities and Exchange press release that they put out on Reggie Middleton. The Securities and Exchange Commission announced fraud charges against a Brooklyn individual and two entities under his control who allegedly engaged in a fraudulent scheme to sell digital securities to investors and to manipulate the market for those securities. On August 12th, 2019, the court entered into an emergency freeze to preserve at least $8 million of the $14.8 million the defendants raised in 2017 and 2018 in an offering of digital securities. The SEC filed charges against Reggie Middleton, a self-described financial guru, and two entities he controlled, Veritasem Inc. The commission's complaint, filed in federal court in Brooklyn, New York, alleges that the defendants marketed and sold securities called VERI tokens on the internet, inducing retail investors to invest based on multiple material misrepresentations and omissions. Among other things, defendants allegedly knowing misled investors about their prior business ventures and the use offering proceeds touted oversized but fictitious investors and demand for VERI, and claim to have a product ready to generate revenue when no such product existed. The complaint further alleges that Mr. Middleton manipulated the price of the VERI tokens traded on an unregistered digital asset platform, The complaint also alleges that Mr. Middleton recently moved a significant amount of investor assets and then dissipated a portion of those assets, transferring them to Middleton's personal account. After learning about Middleton transfers funds, we took a quick action to prevent the further dissipation of investor assets, said Mark P. Berger, director of the SEC's New York regional office. Whether in digital currency or plain cash, we will act to protect investors' assets and pursue fraud and manipulation in our security market. So I'll leave a link to this down the bottom. This is the official press release from the SEC that started the whole downturn and downfall of Veritasem. So, the main thing they say they want to protect investors. We're going to go here to an actual letter, which I'll put in the description, which comes directly from the investors and the legal team. See, the thing about the VERI token holders, they're pretty, it was a pretty smart group of people. I was in the Telegram, and this is how I got a lot of this information. And, it's littered with financial folks, lawyers, and just a lot. So we're going to go over this letter that was sent on behalf of VERI token holders and Nicholas Thiel. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. All right, so this is sent to the SEC. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. We're going to go through it. Nicholas Thiel, am writing on behalf of myself, a VERI token holder. I respectfully request that the Division of Corporate Finance concur with the opinion expressed below that the use of the sale of VERI tokens and other specific activities as described below do not constitute or involve a security under the Securities Act of 1933 or falls under a recognized exception to the Act, and that the division advised me if this sale or use of the subject token should occur substantially as described. The division will not recommend to the Securities and Exchange Commission that it take enforcement action. I and over 10,000 VERI holders are owners of a digital asset, the VERI token, which was subject of litigation against the issuer of the token in 2019. As a result of the litigation and its conclusion, I have been left in doubt about what I hold, whether I can sell, trade, or even utilize the token, and therefore request a no action letter in regard to the designated intended actions. All right, so this is the request for the no action letter. And this thing got a lot of information in here, and you can actually read through this and get a better understanding of VERI and what's happening with VERI. So we do know the SEC put the action down. We do know Reggie was awarded a patent after that action, and now we have this letter from the VERI holders sent to the SEC, which is a no action letter. So let's do a little bit more reading. The VERI token and the proposed use of the VERI token. I just wanted to point this out. We're going to skip down and talk about the proposed use of the VERI tokens, because a lot of people talk about the use case of the token. And, a lot of people buy cryptocurrencies on speculation, but let's talk about the use case of the VERI token based on what those patents were granted on. All right. First, I intend to utilize the VERI token in a possession on the VERI token platform at veritaseum.com. Veritasem would, of course, be required to buy, sell, rent, and consume VERI tokens as intended in order to facilitate the VERI holders' transaction. The Veritasem platform still exists and still allows for transfer of digital assets peer-to-peer without any third-party involvement and for the digitization of certain assets. The VERI tokens themselves will only be used for access to the platform, and the value resultant transactions will be based solely on the effort of the VERI holder. Second, I intend to rent my VERI tokens for third parties to access the Veritasem platform. Rental of the VERI tokens allow third parties to access the platform without possession of the tokens being exchanged. Finally, I intend to sell the VERI tokens either in private wallet-to-wallet transactions or in public exchange. The sales will be in exchange for either fiat currency or for other cryptocurrencies. All right, so at first, the utilization of the VERI token on the VERI platform, which of course will be required to buy, sell, and to facilitate the VERI holder transactions. Second was a big thing. You can rent your VERI token to utilize the platform. And when folks use the platform, they will want to get those tokens. So token holders could rent those tokens out to people to get exposure for the platform. So I'm not an expert on the VERI platform, but this is how I understand it. So we have all that. Now, why is that important? We're going to go here to this tweet, which was this year. The VERI DAO is pleased to announce that Reggie Middleton would allow the VERI tokens to be used as a discount for the Veritasem IP. This would bring significant utility and value to the VERI token. All right, so why is that kind of important? Because Reggie is announcing in 2022 that the VERI token will still have utility, which is big. Consider the fact if you go to Veritasem here, the total supply of Veritasem was 100 million, which I believe 90 something million was confiscated, which only allows 2,149,646 tokens left, which is a small pool of tokens. So, that's bullish for the VERI token. You can look at what's been happening, and we are in a situation where the market has pretty much been depleted from the whole FTX thing. But yeah, as you can see over this year, we have 107% up, which you can't say that for a lot of other cryptocurrencies. I mean, we can go to Bitcoin and we can look at the year, 71% down. This is just for reference. We can go to Ethereum and we can look at the year, 72% down. And let's just do one more just to be, and these is huge cryptos, these top of the line cryptos. We got XRP, which was charged with similar situations from the SEC, which is the same guy who charged and filed the subpoena on Reggie, 65% down for the year. Then you come back to Veritasem and you have 100 for the year. So this is not financial advice. This is just me pointing out things that's happening. Seems Veritasem is reacting to the news, what's happening in the market and what's happening with their patent. And yeah, so I got one more thing I wanted to show you about VERI. This is a tweet, and this is a list from August of all the companies potentially infringing upon this IP. So, I mean, if you're in crypto, these some big name companies. Okay, you got Uniswap, 24-hour volume. Is that $1 billion? Yeah, that's so you talking about big companies. PancakeSwap, 1 inch. A lot of the DEX swaps. Yeah. So, you could take all this in with a grain of salt. Let's see what this means for the future of VERI. Once again, I'm just providing this VERI update because I've been following VERI. VERI is the token that got me into crypto by following Reggie. It's like one of the first cryptos I wanted to buy. And if you know, back then I had to go on, not even MetaMask, it was Mew, my Ether wallet. And this was back when Mew was primitive. So I had to go to Mew and get Ethereum. And just by wanting Veritasem took me through this crypto rabbit hole, which really helped me out today. So there you have it, folks. Recap. First lawsuit filed by Veritasem on the infringe of the patent. And we have a diagram here. Patent numbers here if you want to do a little bit more research. USDC is the stable coin owned by COINBASE. I wanted to read that SEC press on Reggie and it detailed what happened to the company and what they went through. Then right after that, they got the patent. And then I wanted to go over this letter from the Veritasem holders. Then we have the announcement of Reggie saying these tokens will still be used for prepaid services on the platform. So it seems to me that Mr. Middleton is making some things behind the scenes jump off. I want to give a shout out to the sponsor, Crypto Shave Club. You got to go check Crypto Shave Club out. Great shaving products. The products is great. I've been using it for a better part of 6 months now, somewhere around up in there. But yeah, one thing I wanted to point out was this conventional shave kit. It's a great gift. It comes with the strop, the horn. You get a shave brush. You get a safety razor, which you could put a blade in, and you get the old school conventional razor. I think this is a great gift. Also, a great gift to yourself. If you're a man to shave, if you're not a man to shave, a lady, a great gift to a man you may know. So they got some great products here. You can go check them out. Of course, they accept cryptocurrency payments. So But not only crypto, you can spend credit card as well. All right. And one more thing I want to point out about Crypto Shave Club is they have memberships here, just like the other Shave Club. But you know, you can get your monthly kit mailed to your doorstep for one flat rate, subscription base. You got the cream subscription base with the 4 cartridge. You got the gel subscription base, and you have subscription for just the razors if you already have your shaving cream that you like to use. And then you got this safety subscription razor, where the first month you get a safety razor, and after that you get 30 blades and a cream or gel. Now this is 1 blade for each day, you know, and you might not need 1 blade, so you know, you stack them up. But there we have it. All right, folks, I appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm gonna be coming with more videos. Been a lot going on, but thanks to the good folks at Crypto Shave Club. They seen Crypto Barber, they gave me a shot, so there you have it. Appreciate it. Be safe, be good. Out.